Welcome, Scorpio, to your mid-month reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. We're going to get straight into this. And what's the gossip? What's happening now? Okay, let's see what's going on. I haven't used this deck for a while, so let's get in here. The beautiful Scorpio. Excuse me, guys. We're going to get your overall energy. Then we're going to go past, present, and the near future. And that past is going to be pretty near past, right? Past, it's kind of past, present. Let's see. Got a glow up going on over here. Self-improvement, fighting your confidence, personal information, and better than ever. Look at you having a glow up over here. Hey. Absolutely. Feeling that confidence, feeling that, yes. I feel great. In the recent past over here, you do have a secret admirer. Hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest. Someone's watching. Ooh, who's watching you? Who's watching? You probably know now. For some of you, it's the present now, so you're like, I already know who that is now. Okay, for others of you, you're like, who is it? Well, I don't know, guys, but you're being love bombed in the present. Intense affection too quickly. Yeah, they're coming in fast and furious. Excessive attention, overwhelming charm, hidden control. I cannot control myself. I was hiding in the shadows. I was your secret admirer, but now I have to come out and tell Scorpio because they're in a glow up. Now I just cannot stop. There's a little bit of an obsession here. Okay. In your future, you do have soul contract, fated connection, karmic relationships, spiritual agreements, destined to meet. So this isn't just some I'm obsessed with you and I'm a crazy obsessed person. This person feels fated to meet you, or this is a fated contract no matter what for you guys to come together. Okay. Yeah. Divine intervention at the bottom of the deck. Absolutely. Unexpected guidance. Universe stepping in to redirect the paths. It's meant to be. Putting this here. Why? Because that is the absolute reason this is happening. Okay? So it's not just some crazy guy or girl, okay? They actually feel like they're fated towards you. There's a pull towards you. Guys, if this is not your reading, you can also watch your rising moon or Venus, okay? Because right now, this is literally saying, I'm watching you, but I feel fated to do so. There's a pull, an undeniable pull. It's not just some creepy person in the background. This is like the hand of God coming in and saying, I have a soul contract that needs to be done. This is definitely calling in a soulmate energy. You called in a soulmate. They called in a soulmate. There's a contract that needs to be done. It's definitely fated. This is written. Go ahead. Written in the stars. Absolutely. For some of you, it feels like you manifested this person. But I'm telling you, it was the manifestation of action, of power, of... Look, there's a thing that happens within our lives. Okay? A lot of times we feel like we need... we're calling in that soulmate. Our soul is calling in that soulmate. And a lot of times we feel that pull to... manifest that love. And sometimes the weirdest thing about the situation is that your soul knows, I don't know how to put that. Your soul knows when the divine contract is coming. And it's going to come at the same exact time that it's already written, that they knew that you were going to manifest a soulmate. I hope that makes sense, because that's exactly what's going on, and I've seen this so many times where it's like, I want to manifest love. I'm tired of all these bad loves. I want to manifest a soulmate who has, you know, even these qualities, right? But it's not just you manifesting. It's like the divine timing. Like the universe already knows. Your higher self already knows the future. They already know that you're going to be manifesting the same time the soul contract comes out. So now you're finding that soulmate. So it feels more like manifesting when it's actually just fated. It's like the 2-in-1. I hope that makes sense because I've seen it so many times. Because the higher self already knows what's going on. Because when those things are fated, it's almost like, I can't really explain that. That's as good as I got. Okay, so you're manifesting, they're manifesting at the perfect moment in time when the fated contract was already coming in. It's the way that it's set up. So let's go over here to Love Bombed. And they could. I just want you to know, I mean, they could feel like they are kind of putting a spell on you. Because I just heard that too. But that's not really what it is. It's a soul contract. So you're being love bombed over here, and this person or you are sitting in the quiet power of truth. That's also a card of manipulation, and that's how you could feel like they're trying to put a spell on you. But that's not what it is. It's just manifesting at the perfect timing, like I said before. And it does look like you are kind of in a challenge mode at first. You're like, I'm going to protect myself. I don't know what's going on over here. Because all of a sudden they're hidden in the, you don't even know this person's, watching you. And maybe you are getting these anonymous, letters or something, and you don't know who this person is. And all of a sudden, boom, they decide they're going to show themselves, bring themselves out. And that puts you in this kind of protection mode. Because they're coming in really fast. Fast action. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, could be a Gemini. But you're starting to realize that there's some kind of giving and receiving over here, and there's something very generous about this person. And that could be why, because you're starting to open up. You might even find yourself through this time being a little more vulnerable, and you're trying to say, oh, you put a love spell on me, didn't you? Because why all of a sudden am I starting to have some kind of, could be some deja vu, some nostalgia. Well, that's because there's some kind of past life soul contract or some kind of past life thing going on over here. But there's this area within you that's saying, I don't want to resist you. At first I was like, who are you? And guarded, right? Suspicious Scorpion energy. Why are you doing this? And maybe it's even somebody you already know, and it's just coming in that way. But it does have this kind of suspicious feeling, which is very Scorpion energy. And so they're catching your attention, but then you realize the more you're getting to know them, or the more they're opening up, or however you want to say it, they're catching your emotions. 6 of Cups. That's why it feels like you put a spell on me. But that's really not what it is. But I don't feel like you're not going to know that until here. So, yeah. Let's look over here. So tell us what's happening in the near future over here with the soul contracts, fated connections. destined to meet. A fated meeting. I do feel like this is somebody new because it got a fated meeting over here. So this has to be somebody new. Yeah, it's someone new. This isn't somebody you know. Okay. And if you do know them, you don't know them very well. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because there's some kind of new beginning over here. The growth and the potential is opening up for the situation. You have the Ace of Wands to the Knight of Cups. Whoa. Okay, to the Justice. So it's justified. There it is again. Okay, so I'm going to grab some love cards over here. Because, I mean, this right here, the Justice brings in that absolute karma and truth and balance. It's bringing that truth to the situation. They're offering their heart over here. And they want it fair and balanced. Just like they were doing over here, though, right? So there is equal giving and receiving, right? But now it just feels like you're both kind of pouring into each other's cups over here. Like I said, they're opening you up to be a little more vulnerable. Your suspicions, as time goes on, you know, are fading away. So, I'm going to grab some Romeo and Juliet cards, and then I'm going to grab some angel messages. Romance angel messages, that is. Romeo. Yeah, there it is. Idealistic lover, passion, rashness, quick changing. Got to be watch for those quick changing moods, but that could also be you as well, because you're going back and forth and trying to figure out what's going on within this situation. Because you're definitely, I do feel like you're Romeo. Because this over here is Friar Lawrence, and this is the person you're dealing with. They're a wise, trustworthy, caring, optimistic person. I do feel like, though, they are a little rash. It does look like you're going to have some kind of romantic night out. That romance and entanglement, sexual encounter. So really getting to know one another. So you're definitely in the near future going to have a beautiful night out. So this is really going to transition from being just some secret admirer to this deeply romantic type of love affair that you're going to have over here. Okay. You're going to realize that this person is deeply dedicated and devoted, and they're going to kind of sweep you off your feet. Male or female, it doesn't matter. They're definitely going to sweep you off your feet. Okay? Because this romantic card here is going to reveal that this is your soulmate. This was a contract. This, your intuition, you are highly intuitive, Scorpio. This is where that moment's going to come in and say, oh my gosh, I met this person for a reason. Beautiful. It wasn't just some out of the blue thing. This person is here for a reason. So the first card coming out is new love. Yeah. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, but that's definitely going here because this is saying, wow. A night of passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Once again, there's that divine intervention. Stepping in, redirecting your path. Saved just in time. Worth waiting for. Time. Calling in a soulmate. Yeah, well, that's what I said earlier. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. It wasn't just, like I said before, it wasn't just, fated. It's also because your visualizations, their visualizations, brings in this fated thing that was already meant to be. It's just all about the divine timing. The divine knows when you're going to start needing this and when they're going to start needing this, and you guys are going to meet in the middle. Whether you're conscious about it or unconscious, it doesn't matter, because it's soul calling in. Heart-to-heart conversations. That's another reason why you realize this. Honest discussion about your feelings with each other. Who are you? What are you doing? Right? This could be the person you might marry. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment in the near future. So therefore, you might find that one day, many of you may marry this person. Beautiful reading, guys. That was true love that's written where? Straight in the stars. Absolutely beautiful. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.